Hey, welcome to my channel. These cards are speaking. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to do a collective message and I want to talk about some things I feel like the spirit was giving me. I'm always asking, like, where's the collective and where are you at? Where are we at? I'm part of the collective. What is it that we need to know? And one of the things I got, during this retrograde and during this eclipse, it's a lot of purging. It feels like purging is going on. I feel like things are coming to an end. Things is challenging the heart. And I feel like with that, Spirit was showing me the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords speaks of like self-sabotage or limiting beliefs from things that you're telling yourself. On the card, the Eight of Swords, see if I can find it. I should have had it ready. She's blindfolded, and at any time she can take that blindfold off, but she chooses not to. And I feel like doing this eclipse season, and now we're in retrograde in Gemini, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not an astrologer. I'm still learning a little bit of it. But here it is, this Eight of Swords. At any time she could take it off and choose to see what is going on, what is really going on. But instead, when you think of it, this Eight of Swords, you being blind, when you close your eyes, picture of it as someone who has their eyes closed, and then every thought that you hear is real, or you believe it to be real. Every thought that you hear, you consider and take it to heart. Because you can't see, you can only go by what you hear. And when you go by what you hear, it in turns causes you to feel. That's how, think of Fear Factor, that TV show Fear Factor, how effective that is. It's because, a lot of cases they are blindfolded. But are they really in any danger? No. It's because of the fear of it. Because they can't see. And so then your mind begins to tell you this, or your mind begins to tell you that. And you begin to believe it. And I feel like the Spirit was saying that this is where the collective is during this time. The retrogrades, the eclipses, everything that that we have been going through, that this is where we are. But He's saying, or Spirit is saying, that the blindfolds are coming off and that we can now see. If each one of these swords, these 8 swords, represent something that we have told ourselves and we believed because we didn't see. Now we see the truth of it because the blindfold is gone. We can clearly look at it and see for what it really is. Whatever that limiting belief was, whether if it was no one really loves me, or I can't keep a man, or I can't keep a woman. I always build them up for the next person. Whatever those thoughts or whatever those things that you've been telling yourself, or I can't get a good job, whatever it is, whatever those swords, like I said, each one of those swords represented something that we've told ourselves. Because of these eclipses and because of these real revelations, and now we're realizing we can see for what it really is. When you take a step back, if that person did leave and go to someone else, and you told yourself, well, I just built them up for the next person. But now that the blindfold is gone and you can look at the situation, the signs were already there that this person wasn't for you, or wasn't your person or the person. But for whatever reason we chose not to look at, we kept them around. And each situation, scenario is different for everybody. But I feel like Spirit is saying that the blindfold is gone now because of that. And the eclipse being in Scorpio, Scorpio's being death and transformation, something has to end. When you put something to rest, when something dies, there is a grieving process. There is tears shed. There is an ache of the heart. There's questions of why, how, when, just despair when there's a death. But in this case, because it's of our thoughts and the things that we told ourselves, or things that we believe, or those inner vows that we kept that we never told anybody. But because now this eclipse has shed light on it, you can now be transformed from that. And you now have a different outlook. If someone walks away from you, were they really yours? If someone felt like the grass was greener on the other side and decided to go that way, were they really yours? Would that relationship really blossom? Were you really getting everything that you hoped and desired from it? Or was you just settling? All those things, I feel like, is what Spirit is saying that this eclipse has revealed. It's revealed the heart, the heart of the person, the true intentions of the person. But like I said, with anything, you know, death, it hurts. You know, and now we're in the retrograde in Gemini. You know, Gemini is communication. Gemini is knowledgeable. Geminis like to know what it is. You tell me, or tell a Gemini, because I have Gemini rising. But if you tell, and I'm the same way, so I can attest to it. But if you tell me such and such, such and such, you know, yes, I'm going to listen. I'm probably going to put it on the shelf, and I'm probably going to do my research. That's what Geminis do. They like to get to the bottom of it. They like to know why. You know, I feel like that's the analytical side of them. You know, Geminis like to have fun. They like to be the life of the party. Yeah, that's true. But they want to know what they know. And when they speak, they're going to speak from knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And so that's what the retrograde is way in. So coming from the death and transformation, things being revealed, you're now able to see things for what it really is. You know, now you can do the research. Now you can do the study within on your own self. You know, the Hermit card, or the Hermit is what comes to mind. And really learn and know who you are. What you allow, what you're not going to allow, what you're going to put up with, what you're not going to put up. What are your limits? What aren't your limits? You know, what you're willing to do. All of that is being investigated. All of that is being pulled on the carpet, so to speak. I'm looking for the Hermit cards. I'm a visual person. Also, look at that. That Hermit card. You know, with that light, you only need a light when you're going somewhere where it's dark. And when you go on the inside, the introspection, going on the inside of the heart, going inside the parts of your mind and your heart where you don't allow anyone else to go. Because that's on... Sorry that I'm listening to music and it's got ads apparently. So when you, that light, it goes into dark places. And so when you take that light, you're going in areas that no one else is going in. These areas that you haven't allowed anyone else to go in because it's only for you. And that being in this Hermit energy now, you're going to do that introspection. So that when you walk, you're sure-footed. All right. I talked for 8 minutes and 54 seconds. If somebody... I might timestamp that. And then we're going to lay out some tarot. I'm just writing this down. I hope you all are enjoying this and you're getting something from it. All right, Spirit, what do you have for the collective? Everything you just said. Let's lay out the cards. Look at the Sun. Like, yes. Spirit is saying yes to everything that I just said. Spirit is saying, show you ride. The Eight of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck. I believe these cards is going to be confirmation. Because that's all it is a tool. These cards are a tool of communicating from the spirit to the people. So you've put the work in. You've studied. You've done what you needed to do. You focused on what you need to focus on. And I'm hearing don't stop now. It's continual. 5 of Swords. Yeah. You purposed to win at any cost for your own mental clarity. You have been triumphant. Look at that, the Death, Scorpio card, right? I think this just goes along to what I was saying, you know, all those things have been put to rest in you so that there can be a transformation. Because ask yourself, does this confirm or bear witness with anything that you've been going through? All of the emotions, all of the heartache, the things that feel like it's been coming back up, things that's been coming to you, the 8 of Wands, the communication with yourself. You know, are you not now thinking in a new mindset? Do you not now communicate with yourself differently? 3 of Wands. All right, you waiting. The 3 of Wands speaks for waiting for your ship to come in, so to speak. But I'm hearing the sign, you know, the sign is here. This bird, the spirit is sticking out, sticking out bright as day on this card. The spirit has been leading and guiding you all the way. It was not you waiting for something to come in. It was waiting for allowing spirit to come. Look at that. You've been waiting for a ship, a sign, or something tangible come in and say, go ye this way. And that ship is dark and dim in the background, but look how bright that bird is to lead you and guide you. That's what you've been waiting on, and it's here, and it has come from that death so that you can be transformed. That transformation now is you're going to be led and guided by the Spirit. Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles speaks of a motherly, nurturing queen or a person doing the work, knowing who you are, allowing the work to be done on the inside. Thank you, Spirit. The work that you've done on the inside is now going to be exposed and flaunted on the outside. Look at that peacock. The work that you've done on the inside, because you've gone through these transformations and it seemed like it's never ending. It's just like another death of the soul, another more shadow work, Lord, more shadow work, Spirit. And because you've done that on the inside, you've nurtured yourself, you've mothered yourself, you've reparented yourself. Now that is what's going to be shown on the outside. And it's not in an arrogant way. It's just who you are. All right, let's shuffle and put some more down. This is a good word, collective. And you may have been seeing angel numbers. I'm hearing it's your time. You know, you just brought back to my remembrance that I keep seeing the year, the 2-digit ending of the year that I was born. I'm seeing 77 everywhere. And with that, it's your time. You just brought that back to my remembrance. So you may be doing the same thing. You might be seeing repeating numbers. King of Cups. King of Cups, to me, this is speaking of weathering the storm. And now you know how to go with the flow emotionally. Everything that you've been through, you know, Saturn speaks of karma. It speaks of lessons. It speaks of things that we need to learn. And being the King of Cups, you don't become the king. Yeah, you do not become the king because you haven't been through anything. So whatever doubt and unbelief you have, you can put to rest. The Knight of Pentacles. I feel like it's slow, smooth, steady from here. Like I said, we're constantly healing. But this dark night of the soul, whatever this you have just overcome, whatever shackles or scales that have fallen from your eyes, you can now see clearly in this area, and it's just smooth sailing. It's just smooth sailing from here. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, right under that death. Whatever's come to an end, giving to what no longer serving, what no longer serves. You may have felt like you was always in the position to have to receive, you know, down here, gimme, gimme. Not even in a begging situation, but maybe feeling like desperately from the inside, from the soul, of like wondering when. Like I said, this Three of Wands is like that yearning, that desire, that unction, that pull, that draw, like when is it going to be my turn? Now you're in the position that you are giving. You are in a position that you can now give, and see you're holding the scales, because you know what it feels like. You know what it's like. You can now give equally. It will be equal. It will be balanced. The Tower. Scorpio. There's two Scorpios. The Tower. It came. It shook your foundation. Like I was saying earlier about being reparented. You know, the things you allowed to come in. Now you're telling yourself something different. You're speaking life. You see it as life. You're looking at it different because you are now on a sure foundation. That's what the Tower does. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is like business-minded, boss energy. I always call it the sitting pretty. You know, and there's nothing wrong with the man crossing his leg, but he just looks content. He's just looking like, okay, I have worked, I have labored, I have studied, I've done the work. Look at my big old pentacle behind me. He's sitting pretty and wanting to give his pentacle now in a position that they can, or he can now share their pentacle with someone. We do have a queen, a king and a queen of pentacles here. So that is awesome. And a knight of pentacles. Look at that. All right, one more for the queen of pentacles. Page of cups. Page of cups. With that, this is a new beginning. This is a new way of looking at life. This is a new way of doing things. Look at that. Bottom of the cup is the Six of Cups. Which speaks of inner work to me. The inner work. And that's right behind that Page of Cups. So this is a new beginning. A new cycle. With that Page of Cups, because it's new. Yes, you've arrived. You've overcome. You've reparented yourself. And with that, you're looking at life through different lens now. That's what this Page of Cups speaks of. And with this Six of Cups being on the bottom of that, it just to me it means of the work that has been done. Now your cups are full of, hold on, straightening everything. Your Six of Cups is full of flowers and blossoms and pretty things now, because from doing the work of the death, allowing this death. In the Rider-Waite-Terror, the death card, it is the death, it's the skeleton on the horse. And he stepped over. Let's see if I can find it, because that card really speaks to me. He has stepped over the person, looks like a full-grown person, and he has stopped. in front of what looks like a young child. To me, that speaks that death of that old is over, and now we are now faced with a new, like this Page of Cups, a new beginning. And so now we are looking at things with a fresh new eyes. We're looking at things from a childlike faith. Look at that. In this death card, you see he has stepped over, or stepping over, a grown person. That person has been put to death, or put to rest, so to speak. That way of thinking, their way of believing and doing things, you know, that's where right behind it, that Eight of Wands, it speaks of reparenting yourself. Who are you reparenting? The child. Right here. That's a child. I don't know if you can tell it's clear or not. But that's who you're reparenting. You're reparenting that child. Which to me speaks of this Page of Cups. And this Six of Cups to me is always the inner child. So it's like a new beginning. That's how we end. And look at that. The Queen of Cups is, the Queen of Pentacles is nurturing. What are you now nurturing? This new beginning. This new beginning, this new way of looking at life through this new lens, which to me is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh yeah, 2144. All right, I have these new cards. I'm going to pull one and we're going to see. These are Wisdom Oracle cards. We're going to pull it and see what Spirit has to say. I hope you all got something from this. Spirit, thank you for the messages so far. Thank you for the word, the understanding, the wisdom that you've imparted. I hope that it was a blessing to those who will be watching. There's clarity and understanding. Spirit and just the ancestors and angels. These are a little hard to shuffle. What wisdom do you have for the collective? What is it that you have for the collective? What do you want to say? What is it that they need to know? As we wrap up the retrograde and eclipse. I'm hearing that song. It looks like we made it. I'm not a singer, but I just heard that song. It's probably all on them TikTok reels. Okay. Peace. Look at that, peace. And it's number 23. And 23 equals to 5 when you break it down, which speaks of change. This new change is going to bring peace and serenity. And Spirit is bringing you what you need. No more, you don't have to labor. You don't have to labor anymore. Will you go through things? Of course. But Spirit is going to lead and guide you and bring you exactly what you need. All right, let's read it out the book. Number 23. I think that was beautiful. Freedom from attachment, radical acceptance. I'm going to read it. The Oracle's message. It doesn't get any better than this. A quiet mind, a heart fulfilled, freedom from want, and a soul satisfaction. The way to peace is through radical acceptance. And I would say anytime you're going through a death and transformation and you go through a tower moment, you do have some radical acceptance going on. Everything in your world is exactly as it should be. Harmony is beautiful. Enjoy it. That is awesome. Alrighty. I'm looking for my pen. Collective, these cards have spoken. I hope you got something from it. I hope it was a blessing. I hope it was encouraging, edifying in some kind of way. Till next time.